Welcome back. This time we're picking up where we left off last time in Against the Storm, where at the end of last stream I had basically 4 different choices. We're working towards the Silver Seal over here to do on Veteran, but we were doing the maps on Viceroyalty. I had a choice between either Ashen Thicket, Coastal, or Coral Forest, or Coastal Grove. And I've decided I'm going to go Coastal Grove here, if for no other reason than it's going to allow me to get the full circle on the Silver Seal, which is the next one after this one. It was very tempting, though, to potentially go Coral Forest, except we'd already done 2 Coral Forests this cycle, or Ashen Thicket, but we'd only done that 2 before, so we're going to do Coral Grove. Once again, I am starting the stream a bit later than I would normally like to do, so there'll probably only be 2 cities today. I'm sorry about that. If you're watching on Twitch, if you're watching on YouTube, as before, you can probably there'll be one the next day after the next day after the next day for the moment. We'll see how long I can keep that going. So I got 5 embark points. I'm gonna go run Frogs Lizards here. We'll see how well that works. It might not work very well, but we'll see. If I used the extra ones from doing the difficult modifiers earlier, I could go more than 5, but we've got 5 here, so I'm not going to do Herbalist Camp. Could just do that combo. Thinking that's not what I want to do. Do we have stone or clay on this map? We have clay and we have stone as a byproduct of coal. So there's going to be coal mines in this map. Coal mines as our byproduct, I believe, generate stone. So it doesn't really matter which way I go. So we'll go clay. That way I have the materials to make bricks to house the frogs. Beginning. So let's go in with this. Gift of the Sea as is normal, Strider Port as normal. Our drizzle effect here is Salty Breeze. Food production speed is increased during drizzle season. Okay. Okay, and this we've got the map mod where we don't want to open glades during the storm. So in the past we've had effects where we actually want to open glades during the storm in cornerstones. This would basically negate those, because most of those are like +5 per glade you open. This will be -10, so that won't work. On the other hand, and be fair, we're pretty much going to have this active all the time. So basically we're just going to stop lumberjacking if we're going to break into glades. That one's pretty a nothing burger. Blight resist lasts longer. Okay, so food production will be down during the storm if we're hostility 3 or above. And if we don't have both complex services and complex foods, by the time we get up to hostility 5, our villagers will start dying. So we'll have to do what we can to stay off of 5. This is sometimes the slightly weirder shaped one, because you always have this coastal bit here. So that often means your camp is not in the middle of the map. In this case, it's sort of a upside down U or an N-shaped map. So we are pretty middle-ish. Starting glade has reeds and roots. This is a map with coal. I'm going to want brick production, but I might not want brick production. I don't necessarily want a 1-star brick production. It's almost as bad as having a 0-star. So we'll do carpenter here for the plank stools. We're being offered herbalist camp. Do I want herbalist camp? We'll find berries out there, but we won't find mushrooms or herbs. So I'm not going to take the gamble on herbalist camp, because it'll only be the one. And we'd be finding in the dangerous glades and forbidden glades. Probably ale incense, because if I can produce incense, And that shouldn't be too hard. The incense is one of the effective ways to deal with glades, so we can do mostly dangerous glades that way. Yeah, let's go incense. Forges, fishing, temple, plantation. Plantation's probably the tempting one out of the farms, because if I can combo that with a ranch later, then I can feed the plant fiber to stuff. On the other hand, this is the fishing map, so I'm actually going to go to the fishing hut. Obviously, don't have any fishing yet, but hopefully we'll get some fish to... Well, we almost certainly will get some fish to make that worthwhile. We'll need a crude workshop ASAP. For no other reason than we're going to have to make bricks pretty early on. So we can get these frogs housed. And to be fair, housing everything that isn't the frogs is probably going to be pretty easy right now, because we've got lizards as well, which is just one fabric. So we're only going to toss down one shelter, because we have frogs which won't house themselves in normal shelters. We'll toss down one lumber camp, or one woodcutters camp. And we have enough bricks. Do I need bricks for you? I don't need bricks for you. Okay, so we can go ahead and tell you. You can fabric. You're not going to fabric there at the beginning, but only build 2. Let's go ahead and get out 2 frog houses. Won't be enough to house all the frogs, but it'll be enough to start. Trees in this biome do give us some algae. So we get a little bit of salt, a little bit of algae, and a little bit of food. Okay. Oh, it's actually for a house. So that's actually not a bad starting combo, though we'll get some veg from the trees, so we can do that as well. It's just gathering industry. Let's do resource gathering. Let's search for the resources if we can. That way I don't have to... I don't generally like drafting those buildings anyway, so getting them handed to me will feel good. You're making the newcomers show up faster. I don't necessarily want that. Go ahead and swap the lizards. Put one of you on there. Those reeds may be... Well, let's also get the harvesting camp set up. This map. We're not going to necessarily worry about getting into the glades right away. I'm going to try to do some industry first, so get some people housed instead of going straight to glades. For another reason, that I think at some point we're going to want to get the hydrant distillery up. Fair set of cornerstones. Every 10 units of fish and scales used in crafting gain +1 production when converting crops into ground bait. That's probably pretty good. If only it's sort of the wrong way around, right? It's once we've got the fish and scales out of the thing, we don't want to buff the gathering per se. I think I'm going to go with prayer book. That means if I set up a lot of hearths to drag down hostility, we'll get faster clearing of the events generated by going into the glades that need for the space. So that's where synergizes decently well. Ooh. And we get our first set of orders. So we've got either open or economy. we're gonna open glades. That's just gonna happen. We probably do economy too, but let's go for glade opening because it's just gonna happen. And I like those tools. Trading post versus delivery. I don't have a good source of crops yet, and I'm more likely to build a trading post and get some trading going on. Trade routes is a multiplier. To be fair, usually when I'm doing trade routes, I want to do multipliers. Or deliver stormwater. Deliver stormwater is probably pretty easy. It's going to give me pipes, so we're just going to sort of make that work. So let's do that. Memory serves, we can move the trading post around. So I'm going to build it, and I can always just dump it somewhere when we get more space. Speed up because we're basically waiting for the lumberjacks to lumberjack, the builder to build things, and well, sort of also waiting for more people. So. We can prioritize getting rid of that field, breeds. Carpenters, 2x3, distillery, 3x3. It is a 3x3. So the question really here is, do I go greedy and go straight into dangerous glades, or do I break into some minor glades? Which might depend on how quickly I build up the industry to get all the frogs housed. I think I'll get all the frogs housed by the end of the first storm. So we're mainly just waiting on the algae to get that working. Actually, based on the fact that we're waiting on algae, I should remember if I want algae for things, stop shipping it to the pre-workshop. Three charges left. Beavers. Yeah, we're going to beavers. I should probably go that early, so we'll take that. We already have the housing for them. And then we'll assign the beaver instead of you guys to woodcutters. We get a cornerstone. What is the cornerstone? 3 barrels for every 10 planks produced. Yes. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go just so that we can have our full first hearth cap circle. I'm going to go into these 2 small glades. So with that presumption, please cut through into that glade. We do have some sewer workers, so let's get the things running.
Ooh.
And we have everyone housed. Yeah, we have everyone housed. And our merchant has arrived. Wouldn't like to buy your tools, but that's probably going to be too expensive for me to buy at this point. Also, could I get 10 amber off of you? 10 amber is probably... Yeah, it's going to be like 12.5 amber worth of stuff. Yeah, so unless I'm willing to sell something, I don't have that on me. And won't have that on me. So, sorry, not buying anything from you today. We do have some tools, so if you find a cache, I can ship the cache for the amber value. Complete the trading post quest. Don't I have enough for you? Let's get you packed and shipped. We won't have any construction going on while that's happening, but that'll be fine. Okay, Broken to Glade, which has a cache and has some farm fields. That's actually a pretty nice cache. Pretty nice break-in. Cool. Oh, I can't get quite close, so I'll have to chop down a little more trees. We'll start working towards this one as well. Next set. Extra happiness with beavers is always tempting. I don't know when we're going to get jerky sorted, and we may never get jerky sorted, so this one we'll always be able to do, so we'll go that one. Rain Contentions versus Into the Unknown. Into the Unknown. We will try to go into the unknown. To make that work, I'll probably have to break into 2 glades pretty close back to back. And it probably makes sense to do the small one and the dangerous one over here. So do the small, then the dangerous. Off it goes. Might intentionally delay going into the second one, so I can do them closer back to back. Okay, tree is cut down, so I can move you. I do have the tools, so let's go ahead and let's get that shipped. Because that'll allow us to clear a quest. We're only up to Hostility 1, so as long as we don't break into any glades, the storm should be fairly benign at this point. One thing I could do to get a little bit of reputation is favor the lizards, because they're so close to the reputation, or their favoring, or their resolve threshold, as is. Which reminds me, if I have the wood, let's get... There we go. Get our 4 green things down. Comfort decorations down, so we can get our first hearth level, get level 1 resolve. Oh yeah, and I'm getting a little resolve during the storm by keeping them favored. Could build beaver houses. Actually, I got the planks for it. Why not build a beaver house? Got the plank, got the fabric. So let's actually empty out our shelter so that we've got space for the incoming wave of citizens. Expedition completed. So I can claim the reward. bunch of coal's not bad. A bunch of coats isn't bad either. And we gained the forger camp, so our camp has been upgraded. Cool. And okay, so could just ship out the next batch of the same thing. So let's go ahead and do that right away. Got before. Oops. Make sure it's a full-size one. Thank you. And yeah, the storm right now isn't really a problem, which is why I'm not changing anything up. If I sent this out, it could become a problem, which is why I'm delaying that. Our newcomers are a little early because we had a little bit while we had Frog as the fireman. Gain 2 wildfire essences for every 2 complete dangerous forbidden glades. Oh, actually, this one's just pure positive. Okay, I'm getting this confused with a different one. I got some buffs and malices. I think it's a toss-up between these two. I think I'm going to go pretty much, other than these 2 small glades, I'm going to go mostly in dangerous and forbidden glades. I think this will add up quite a bit. So we'll go from the ashes. It's also now drizzle, so now is the time I'm going to turn this in. And take our newcomers. More lizards, or... yeah, let's go more lizards. I like those tools. And that means I don't have to worry about housing frogmen. Right this minute. We have a farm site, so let's actually grab the farm we want. And I think it's going to be the small farm here. There's a possibility of mining salt here. We will probably do roots. And then pickling the vegetables we're getting off the farm actually sounds like a really great idea. So actually, go ahead and prioritize in that order. So I'm going to rearrange the prioritization order here. Get me like 30 incense, because we'll need that for various glade events. Okay, we probably want to assign a frog guy here if we can. And that's fairly easy to do if we liberate one for the woodcutter camp. Okay, I think... okay, so let's prep for the breakthrough by coming over here and doing something like this, where I just make sure you can't do the breakthrough, but you're just on the cusp of it. Oops, a little too close. Oh, it doesn't help. The tree is highlighted. It looks like it's highlighted even when it isn't highlighted because it's a yellow tree. Okay. Yeah, real close. So we don't have that one highlighted, but they're selected. And then I'll try to break through both of them back to back. And you're getting loaded to ship. Cool. Plus one will resolve. We're getting reputation off the lizardmen. Almost got a whole half a point at this point. I suppose if we can, we'll probably want to stick another lizard house down as well. Oh, you are off. Okay, I think it is actually time. We are at the point where we should be very easily able to pump into one and pump into the other. Now comes... it's being produced. Do we have a stockpile of it yet? No. Trader has arrived. Anything want to buy from the trader? Probably not, because I'm still pretty broke. Yeah. Oil is probably what I want to buy the most. Probably could afford oil. Trade some oil from some salt, because we're getting salt from the trees. How much oil do I want? I want like 20 oil if I'm thinking about it. 20 or 30. Actually, I can trade some parts for that. Do something like that. I'll give us some oil for glade events as well. Okay, we've broken through in that one. There's another farm, which is not bad. We'll break through into this one. Also a place to do fishing. No, we didn't get the farm ready in time to start harvesting this season, but we'll have it. It'll be ready for next season. And for the more people from next season. Next set of orders. Need for luxury fulfilled or charity fair. Nah, I'm gonna like luxury. If we get some luxury, let's do luxury. Power clearance. Clearance is usually when I find a hard time actually trying to use in my engines. Any rainwater and a bunch of goods is probably the better of the choices, yes. Okay, we broke into it, which is what we wanted to do. We did it in quick succession, which is fine. This is the Amber pack of provisions to send it to the Citadel, which that's one of the ones I did not prepare for, so we will not be able to do that. So this one will have to be looted. Come to the scribe. Okay. So we best get on that looting quick. That's not going to be nice to have happen during the storm. So if they get right on it, that will finish in perfect time, so that'll be fine. And then we can go ahead and pick Into the Unknown, which gives us more people. More people, more problems, right? We can fix that temporarily by getting the favoring, which is fine. Then we need to get another rock house down, which shouldn't be too hard to do. Do I want that scribe right now? No, let's, because oh no, we got 10, not more than that. Okay. But yeah, so we'll deal with that event. We'll probably go into another dangerous glade come drizzle, so we'll probably try to go into this one drizzle. Robbing it shouldn't be that bad. It's just we want to get it, ideally we want to get it done before the storm starts. And it'll finish about as the storm starts, which is fine. We managed to actually pull another whole point of reputation, or finish a reputation point off with the lizards. Well, technically I think we finished a half point off, which summed to a full with the half from the cache. Not interested in coal on this map. Rex would be fine, but I want better than a 1-star. We already got ale. So really that one would be for dye. We don't really have any good inputs for dye yet. This would at least be all new stuff. But then I need dye or salt. We're getting a little bit of salt from the trees. But we're not getting a lot of salt from the trees. Nor am I getting really any of those right now. So let's take the free reroll. Fabric and packer crops. Packer crops will be useful if we start fishing. Make some packer crops so we get some bait usage on the fishing. Which is actually making me regret that I didn't take the, if you use a certain amount of fish or X in recipes. Fisher skills and recipes, you get more bait output at this point. But I have a coal mine location. Okay. So at this point, I actually kind of want people. How badly do I want people? Well, the problem with trying to speed it up right is if I speed it up, then it'll come during the storm, and I'm probably not going to want to accept frogs during the storm. It's just kind of a deterrence to speeding it up. So, from you, we're gonna get some luxury goods and stuff, okay. We are equipped to rebuild you. We had spare, well, we sort of have spare workers, so this shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so let's get you rebuilt. I'm not sure if we're gonna use you, but let's get you fixed. Now, let's also get that guys are going. Because if I can get 40 stormwater, I can send that off for up one reputation. The expedition's back. Just uncommon. Sad day. 50% faster harvesting crops is not never bad, but do I want to wait for the veg, or do I want to try doing the roots? Let's see if I can get to doing the roots. Oh, I'm gonna have to wait for the algae anyway, so I'll see if we can still do a veg, because we're eating veg out of the trees. Plus, we'll be getting out of the farms once the farms start up. Pickled goods again. Oh, that's the same level, so we might as well have it queued to run as well. In which case, we don't need fabric anymore. Oh, we want brick, we don't want fabric. And yeah, we'll do pack of crops, but we'll do pack of crops with the inedible one, please. And we have glade events done. What is that going to give me? More people. Let's not take that during the storm. We're going to want to take it, because that'll give us the tools to send off this large one. But I don't want to take it mid-storm. I have 4 free workers. Where do I want to work this? Oh, that will work perfectly. So we'll assign you 2 of you to there. We'll assign 1 of you to the carpenter running, 1 of you to the farm. Actually, we'll assign frogs to the farm. So let's get the farms running. And then the new people will come in to backfill some positions. Get the granary running as well. And we are going to get a pretty big influx of people come drizzle. Oh, which reminds me. We don't want to break through during the storm? No, but we want to be ready to break through come drizzle. And it's now drizzle, so we get into the cornerstone. 5 eggs when a blight rat disappears in your settlement. Interesting. I'm not going to be spawning those reliably, so I'm gonna turn that down. Though food for blight rats isn't bad. Without restriction, I'm just gonna go rich glades here. It's a no drawback benefit. Five guys or 3 guys, so we're gonna go 5. And then we're gonna take problem solvers and give us another 3. So we've actually got 8 more people. So we got people to assign to jobs. One of which should be get the geyser pump running. We now have the tools to make you work, so we'll assign a couple of you to get you in. That'll obviously be only temporary. Let's get one of you. Oh, we already got you on the carpenter, so let's get the woodcutter going full speed. Breaking that glade. Press is really tempting here. Flour oil? What can we turn into oil? Or inedibles, yeah, okay. And the fish, we find fish. Fish oil sounds like a fun thing. Oh, but bricks. I can't turn down the bricks. We're gonna go snap a mill for the bricks. Do I have a good space to slap down the... I do have a good space. It'll go in your space once we get you built. Put you further away. And then obviously we're going to want the coal going sooner rather than later. Oh, no gathering nodes near the harvesting camp. Which makes sense, because you were in the middle of the forest and we finally harvest everything, or middle of the town and you finished harvesting near you. So that sounds good. Well, apparently we found two things cool. We found coal over here as well. Me just noticing that I found things because I'm not reading my tooltips. Read those; they're useful sometimes. You might be shippable come clearance as we get our vegetable crop in. We're gathering stormwater pretty quickly. If I wanted that quicker, I could assign another frog. Oh, and the lizardmen are now happy regardless of having a favorite or not, so that's a good sign. I got 2 free workers. Well, I got, once this is all done, I have 4. So I got enough to get the mine going pretty well, is what I need to remember. The mine and the stamping mill. Oh, we'll hold on to this. We'll hold on this for pipes, but I probably won't have the guy in it, actively in it. Oh, I'm guessing the one of... Oh, because we had skewers. The skewers ran out. That's what happened. Like, why are they going down? Because you ran out of skewers. Oh, I should probably get these guys housed, because they're starting to pile up, and that is more frog houses. Based on that, let's prioritize that. Disassemble you so we can get the bricks back. And give me my 3 bricks back so they get put in the more important thing, which is the brick maker. Make the brick maker better. Actually, looking at the time, this is probably the place where I should put the cut, so we'll take 1 blueprint, put the YouTube cut in. Nothing. 1, 3. 3's a really gamble there. The tavern's maybe not as good for the lizardman. The lizardman would probably prefer the Crown Chronicles here, but the triple bonus here is +1 for every ruin that you've interacted with, whereas tavern's just a flat 3. So I'm gonna go tavern. Also, the one that I'm probably the best equipped to ship right now is your beavers, frogs, your beavers. So I think I'm already equipped to do ale. What was it? Yeah, I got ale. To be fair, I got ale and I got incense. So I would have been able to do frogs on the other one as well. Yeah, this is where I'm going to go ahead and put the cut. So if you've been watching on YouTube, I hope you've been enjoying it. There'll be another part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, I'll be right back after grabbing the cup of tea I've been leaving stewing for the last 40 minutes. So I'll be right back. Catch you in the next part.